Between Outwit, Outplay, and Outlast, the key, I think, is you gotta outlast. You gotta make it to the end.
I think the most important part of it is going to be Outwit. There are so many twists and turns and idols and clues and ways to get back in the game. And we've all played once, twice, 3 times. We've all watched the show for 20 years. So, you know, your brain's got to be on point and you got to be able to outsmart all these other players.
Outlast is the most important one. You get to the end, they have to vote for at least one of you sitting there. And then you can worry about how to convince them that you outwitted them and outplayed them. But outlasting is the #1 thing.
Outwit, it's that more conniving, strategic piece, and that's where I'm gonna have to really look at who I align with.
Everybody here has gone 39 days, and so that's gonna be the key, is being able to outlast. You outwit and outplaying, that is part of the game, and an integral part of the game, right? But outlasting is gonna be the one. You have to outlast all these winners.
You would have to outwit everybody. I think everybody here is a champ and the master of their own season. I think you just gotta be a step ahead of everybody to win this game.
Of course you have to outlast, you have to get to the end, and none of it matters unless you outlast them all.
For this season, I think it's gonna be the Outwit and Outlast part.
Outwit. I'm gonna say Outwit. I'm torn between Outwit and Outlast, but I'm gonna say Outwit because I think there are a lot of people who can outlast here. And what I would like to do is paint the target on their backs and then outwit them and get them out of here.
I really think an all-star season like this, it really comes down to Outlast. Who is able to fly under the radar long enough to actually make it to the end?
You know, it might end up being Outwit. You know, I think there's a lot of highly emotionally intelligent people out here. I think they'll all be as important. You know, I guess they're all interchangeable in a way, but I think Outwit.
Everyone has something unique about them, and I don't know, to be able to outwit 19 other winners and get to the end, I don't know, that'll probably be the name of the game.
The most important thing for me is to outlast everyone else, because you have to outwit people in order to stay that long in the game. You have to outplay them, you know? So outlasting is by far the one goal that everyone should have, is to outlast the whole game.
For a season like this, I think the outwit part of it is going to be the goal.
I imagine like getting through season 40 is gonna be like dodging bullets coming from everywhere, and just outlasting the thing should be like triumph unto itself.
Outlasting people is not gonna win you that $1 million. I think the biggest thing for us here is to outwit.
Outlast. I mean, if you're gonna win, you have to outlast. And with this amount of incredible players, if you've done that, then you've done the other two.
It's all important, outwit, outplay, outlast, but it's all essentially the same anyways. To outwit is to outplay is to outlast. Was that deep? That was pretty deep.